John, I think let's start with a quick introduction from your side, about something about you and your organization.
Sure. My name's John Bendever, obviously. I have a small digital marketing agency where we focus working with local marketing, or I'm sorry, local businesses here in the United States. Been in business since 2011, so we're 11 years old. We have a team that fluctuates anywhere from 4 to 9 people. Our primary product is web design, which is where your product comes into play, and as I've shared in the Slack group and all, has really helped us streamline feedback and revisions and things like that. So
All right, awesome, great. So, since you are a digital agency, then you must be having a lot of website project, and you have been like running it from past 11 years. So before Ruttl, how you used to take care of all these feedback processes, and what was
uh,
your process, general process?
yeah, our general process before 2017, it was just me. So like I would send a link to a website client. They would send a bunch of emails back of all the changes with attachments, and it was just real clunky. And then in 2017, started to grow the team. So I looked at different products like Project Huddle. We used, I forget what it used to be called before. Now it's like Adorum or something like that.
Mhm,
Um, they changed their name. We used that for a little while. And most recently, I guess since about 2019, we were using markup.io. And
mhm,
then through a Facebook community, I was introduced to Ruttl.
mhm,
And pretty much everything I've been asking for a long time in markup was already in Ruttl and
mhm.
more. So it was real easy for us to make the switch. And, there were some added benefits of things we didn't necessarily want, but I don't know, need, but we wanted. And you guys had those too. So
So before 2017, what was the process like? Were you used to like you yourself code or you get it done from someone else?
I've always worked on the sites myself, but now I have team members. I have front end web developers that help.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the more advanced stuff I still do. Before that, I would take the emails, and if there were multiple requests in the emails, I was using Teamwork at the time. Now we're on ClickUp, but I would take those and make those tasks and give myself deadlines or team members deadlines.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas now, as your integrations grow, we're kind of automating that to a revisions area where the team automatically sees that and it gets assigned to a team,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody picks it up and works it as part of their workload.
Mm-hmm. Awesome, awesome. So, so because the process of screenshot the email were always there, and that's the reason we introduced this commenting feature and edit feature. So specifically in the edit mode, like, was there something similar to that you were doing before in order to get to pixel perfection, or the my question would be rather that how edit mode is benefiting you?
Edit mode benefits us internally. We don't kind of show clients that because I
Mhm,
it
mhm,
can get really really messy because a
yeah,
lot of clients are not very technical. That's why they have us, right? So
mhm,
internally, what I can do is I can use that edit mode instead of doing something on the development site. I can
mhm,
use Ruttl and I record my screen or make a comment in Ruttl and
mhm,
show the team what I'm talking about, as opposed to
mhm,
just trying to describe it in words. I can show
mhm.
them in pictures, which is amazing.
Okay, great. So is edit mode is the sole reason for you to switching to Ruttl, or there's something else?
No, there's a lot more. So
Mhm,
the other tool I mentioned didn't have the ability to pull in all the pages in a project by
mhm,
itself. We had
mhm,
to add each one individually. Um, and if I'm not mistaken, they don't have like or at least then they didn't have like a project. So you couldn't have everything under one project. You had to have like links for each page. Um, Gosh, the white labeling's nice because I do white label work for other agencies. So like being able to white label it and have like although it really doesn't matter. I don't mind them knowing I use your tool. I think it's better for you guys. Knowing the integrations were coming, being able to assign team members, having collaborators, like those are all things that were missing in the other platform.
mhm.
And some of the other solutions were just too much. Like what I love about Ruttl is it's dedicated to doing one thing really well, and that's getting and organizing feedback.
Mhm. All right, all right. So coming to the white label, like as you're an organization, and there was a lot of interesting ideas revolving around white label. One of the idea was like why not people can white label Ruttl and actually sell and make money out of it. What do you think about that?
I think it's a great idea. I don't know that that's a fit for us, but I do think that's a great idea because there's several communities out there where maybe people don't want to handle the technical side of it.
Mm-hmm.
I even know agency owners that aren't very technical.
Mm-hmm.
They do one thing really well and they build a team around themselves to take care of the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I do see a fit and a need for it because it's a really powerful tool. Like I've shared, it saves a lot of time, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of frustration, and helps streamline the whole process.
Great, great. So now because so how long have you using Ruttl now?
Uh, 2 months. We're
2 months.
coming up with 2 months. It's like 6 or 7 weeks.
Okay, okay. So what are the places where we can improve the tool? Or what are the three, let's say, let the three features that you want to improve?
I think I mentioned it, but maybe being able to hide um, the edit mode for like let's say certain sharing,
Mhm,
and that may be there. You guys are making improvements all the time, so hiding the edit mode, say for clients
mhm,
using it internally, I it may or may not be active. Forgive me because I don't look at all the features all the time,
mhm,
but like internal notes as opposed to client facing notes would be really good.
mhm,
Um, and then the biggest one for us would be a direct integration with ClickUp, so we can map
mhm,
comments to a space or a project or a list, as
mhm,
opposed to having to use something like Zapier.
mhm,
But I know you guys are working on it and constantly improving it. So those are kind of wish list things.
mhm. I think
Out of all I've
edit
looked
mode,
at, there's not a
hiding
better
the
one out.
edit mode is already there. I think it's been shipped, right, Rishabh?
Yes, the edit mode hiding part in sharing link is already there. So we are working on it and it's in our staging part right now.
And
And
also about.
if I could add one more,
Mhm,
and I don't know how possible this is, but
mhm,
one thing I noticed in the projects, I think I've run 11 projects through the software.
mhm.
And I found out of probably half of those, the client would leave the same comment on the header and the footer every time.
Okay,
I don't know. I don't know that there's much you guys can do about that because each page is
okay,
just kind of pulled in with
okay,
code.
okay.
But it would be kind of cool if that comment showed up. If it's deemed a header, if that
Mhm.
comment showed on other
Okay.
pages. Just
Oh.
an idea.
So the repetitive elements, you mean to say, all the
Mhm.
repetitive elements that are there in multiple pages. Oh, I think
Yeah.
that's really a great idea, but not really because none of us here is a technical person, so
Yeah.
we won't be able to tell you upfront whether that is possible or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
that makes sense actually. All right, all right. And about ClickUp, ClickUp is was there, but what happened was, if you have noticed, there are a lot of bugs with the edit mode, and there were a lot of base level functionalities that needs to be improved. So the entire focus, because earlier we were shipping a lot of features, you must have
Mhm.
noticed during our like in our emailers as well. Every week we
Yeah.
were pushing something new, but then
Yeah.
we stopped that because there's a limitation of resources as well here. So we diverted the entire focus on improving the base, the core functionalities, right?
Good.
So I think it will take us another few weeks to make that right, and then we will start working on other integration. So ClickUp is the next integration. Currently, it's already there with Zapier. So I think ClickUp could be integrated with Zapier. I'm not sure about it.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
it's
Yeah, I was testing with that last night, and the only limitation that I found there, and it might be my skill set that's limiting me,
mm,
but I could send things into ClickUp, but I couldn't really choose. Like I had to choose one folder, one
mm,
list, so
yeah,
I couldn't map a
mm,
project to the same thing in ClickUp. So like a direct integration would be awesome,
yep,
but again, I know that takes time to do it really well.
yes.
That's kind of a wish list thing. It's
Mm.
definitely not a deal killer.
Because Zapier is just like a hack. It actually takes all the notification from the email and then send it to the ClickUp. But
Yeah,
just like we have done for Asana and Trello, I think that is what you will be needing.
yeah.
So great. So now these were your wish list. Any other key features that you feel that should be there? Like let's say, so which are not currently apart from integration. any other thing that you feel that can add more value or could be more valuable to agency like you?
I think the only thing that's not there yet, as far as I know, and correct me if I'm wrong, but like the internal commenting. So like if a team member comments,
Hmm.
we don't want the client to see it. Um, that kind of thing. Outside of that, like it, maybe I have a simple need, but it meets our needs. Like we absolutely love it.
Hmm.
So that I hate to not have more for you, but it's just been it. I mean, it's literally saved us hours and hours and hours. Like it's been phenomenal.
Amazing, amazing. So yeah, so I will just take you through what we are now up to with Ruttl.
Okay.
I think that will that might excites you, and because we feel that these are the things that are very essential or going to be essential for all the agency holder. The first thing we are going to introduce is support of web applications. So not just the website, you can also like have the logged in screens, or let's say you want to review LinkedIn. It's a logged in software. It's a web application, or there's an internal dashboard. So you want to review. Currently, you can't review that. If you add any link of a dashboard, it will just take you to the sign up page.
Okay.
Nothing else. So this is the one thing we are introducing. The second thing is, have you ever used Miro?
Yes.
You have used Miro, right? And you also know that we do have this illustration feedback or like static image feedback on Ruttl. So
Yep.
what we're going to do is we are going to like give you functionality of adding multiple images in the single artboard, and that entire experience will be just like Miro.
Awesome.
You can add all your images related to the website and review them. Along with that, we are also introducing video, like video reviewing. So let's say you have a video, and at every second, you can leave a comment. So
Awesome.
yeah, so I think moving forward, Ruttl would be a tool which can help you to review any kind of thing. It's a one stop for reviews, not just website for, but for everything. But
Awesome.
yeah, but the only challenge or the only thing we need to keep in mind is the core functionalities, like the purpose of the product. It should be not that we push in all the features and people will just get confused.
Yeah.
The experience should be like that everything is seamless. You don't feel effort in using Ruttl. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's what the struggle is. And then yep, let's say now there's a communication, internal communication would be coming soon. In that, all the team members which are live, you can actually talk to them, and you can also have internal messaging on Ruttl. And you can also like just like Huddle, Slack Huddle, you can set up
Okay.
everything there. And
Awesome.
yeah, in the illustration review mode, you will be having that real time collaboration.
That's
So
great.
yeah, so yeah, there are a lot of things. All we are waiting for is first to set this core functionality right, and then we'll start working on this. I hope that sounds good to you.
That sounds great.
Yeah, amazing. And any other experience you would like to share with us using Ruttl?
No, I mean, I think I shared in Slack. It's probably saved us. It's I know it's at least sped up the feedback process by 50%.
Hmm.
And it's probably reduced like requests and emails and just all the different ways that a client will text you, they'll message you on Facebook, they'll send you an email, like all that stopped. It's all gone
Hmm.
and reduced our time by easily 100%. So um, it's just been a fantastic tool for us, and we're not even using it to its full extent at this point. Basically, where it gets introduced is when a project's ready for client review, or maybe a homepage is, or something like that. They'll get the link, and that's when the feedback starts. Um, but even the most non-techie people have had just an easy time using it, an easy time getting the messages to us. So we're very very grateful for it and all your hard work.
Amazing. Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think yeah, this is all it from our side. We have talked a lot about good parts of Ruttl. Any bad part you want to highlight, or any question or anything you have to share? You have to talk to us.
I mean, if I was super picky, I'd probably say the white label. and this is just being like a devil's advocate. Like the white label settings don't work on email, so like if you invite a user, they still get a Ruttl email. It would be nice. Maybe this is a feature request rather than a frustration, but like being able to set the frequency for when you get. I think comments will all shoot out at once every hour or something like that. Being able to kind of define that would be
Yes.
good.
Yes.
Let's see, but outside of that, you guys really done a really good job with it. I mean, it serves the purpose it's there for, and um, I've not had any but like minor growth bug issues, and you guys are already cleaning up the code and stuff. I shared a few of them in Slack, but nothing has been glaring. Nothing's been embarrassing, which is the most important part when you're dealing with clients. Like you don't want to be embarrassed. And like I said, like I don't care if they know what tool I'm using because it just shows that I partner with great software companies and stuff to serve them as good as I can. So, I don't mind that at all.
Okay, great.
Okay. I admire it so much. Like I don't know how you guys do it, but it's awesome. I love it. Like it's one of those things where you see it and you're like, man, I wish I knew how to do that kind of stuff. That's really cool.
Amazing. So yeah, I guess I think it went really well. We were expecting more criticism, but we didn't get.
Yes.
I think I'm thankful for the tool. It's hard to be critical when something has made such a positive impact on us, and I guess as we use it, maybe other team members as they start getting acclimated to it, maybe I'll have some more feedback. But at this point, we just needed it to streamline our feedback process to stop the back and forth emails and messages and just being bombarded. And it fits that need just absolutely wonderfully. So it's hard for me to be super critical.
Amazing. Can you give us a tip like how to get into like how to get more users like mainly in US and UK? Like how to get more people?
Well, I came in through Chris.
Affiliate. You came from an affiliate program.
Yeah. I think more of that, some more influencers that maybe do some walkthroughs and share it with their communities and their spheres of influence. I've been sharing it private. I'm not an influencer. I'm not big on social media and stuff like that. But like, I am connected with several. I have 21 white label partners. I am connected with probably 50 or 60 other agency owners, and I share stuff with them, and I've shared it. So I just think getting the word out there, having some big influencers walk people through it and how it can serve them and the time it can save would move people over. Because the other product I mentioned that starts with Mark and ends with Up, they have a pretty large Slack community, and there's a lot of frustration in that community. So
Agreeably, yes.
yeah, I don't. Those guys are great. I've talked to the owners there. I think they're doing a really cool thing. I just think you guys did it faster and more efficiently, and with more features and benefits, and a lot of their users would benefit you guys.
Thanks a lot, John.
Thank you guys.
Yep.
It was fantastic. Thank you so much for your time.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Have a great one.
Have a great one. Bye bye.